Support and resistance, super important confluence. Let's get into it. So you can see support as a chair, right? The chair supports you and you cannot go lower unless you lower the chair, but you cannot go lower, right? And you can see resistance as a roof, right? You cannot go higher than the roof, like your head will be stuck on the roof. So it resists you, basically, right? So support, it supports you like a chair. Resistance, you cannot go higher, right? So with that knowledge, let's get on to the charts. All right, so as in for support, it's going to be fairly easy. You're going to take your box, right? And you're going to look for, well, you're going to zoom out first out of your chart, right? You're going to zoom out first and you're going to look for an area where price reached multiple times but never went past it, right? It does not have to be perfect. So let's look at it right here. We can see that price fairly is resistant over here, right, which is the support zone. So what we do is we take our little box, does not have to be perfect, right, but you do it like that and bam, we have a support zone right here. Fairly easy, right? And what about here, right? We see that price is fairly resistant to going above. So what do we have? We have a resistance zone right there, right? Eventually they're all going to get pierced, right? But you get the memo, right? So let's go over some other example of support and resistance. But my goal here is to really make it easy for you and quick, because I do not want to waste any of your time for something that's super easy. So we were on the 15-minute time frame, right? But this will work on any time frame. You can see right here on the 1 minute at the top that we have a resistance zone right here, right? So what do? We draw our box on the resistance, does not have to be perfect, and boom, you see that price just goes to it multiple and multiple times and just resists to it. So that is our resistance right there. Now you can see right here, never going to be perfect and it's going to get pierced sometime, but you can see right here that price resists this, right? It has a support on it. It's your chair, it has a support, right? So you take your box and bam, that's your support and resistance zone. Now, fairly important, I say, with the box is it does not have to be perfect, right? It's a ballpark zone, right? You just use it as an added confluence. You still want to see some liquidity sweep, you still want to see some session sweep, right? But that is how I work my support and resistance. Super easy. I can even mark you one down right here. We have some support right here. We have some resistance at the top right here. As you can see, we reached it 3 times, right? So support and resistance is super easy and it works on all time frame. We did the 5, we did the 1 and the 15. Let's go on the 7 minute. Nobody uses the 7 minute, right? But look, we have a resistance zone right here where prices reaches multiple time and so on, right? We have one right here as well. We have one right here as well. Right? It does not have to be perfect. It's just a ballpark zone where, okay, if price reaches back to there, I could look for a liquidity sweep within that range. And from there, that's where I would take my trade, right? It's never something where you draw a random box and just hope for the best for a reversal within the box. No. It's just a zone where there's a possibility that price will reverse, but you still need that one liquidity sweep, if that makes sense. So that's it for support and resistance. Super easy. Really not hard. Leave a comment, check the descriptions, and I will see you boys in the next one.